Welcome to Vivek Net Lab.
Hello everyone, welcome to Vivek's Net Lab. In today's lab, we are going to discuss about these topics of Checkpoint Firewall OS and GUI. So in this video, we are going to talk about backup, how to take backup from GUI and also how to take backup from CLI and how to restore the backup. And along with that, we will also talk about snapshot. What is the difference between backup and snapshot? And lastly, we will talk about server migration tool. So let's log into the GUI portal of our checkpoint firewall. So when I log in to the GUI portal, I come across this configuration is locked. So I need to enable this lock, or you can say I want to override the lock. Yes. Now, if you want to talk about backup, uh, backup you will find in this navigation tree inside the maintenance. So if we scroll down, you will see there is a maintenance, and in this we will get the system backup. In this system backup, we are getting so many options like backup, restore remote backup, import, view logs, view last backups. So let's see what do we have in backup. Now, if we want to take backup, we have to come here and we need to see these options. So it is asking where do you want to store your backup. So first option is this appliance. So the backup will be stored to this particular appliance, or you can say on this host. In this option, your backup will be sent to the management server, security management server. And for that, you will have to put the username and password of the, SCP credentials. And uh, this is going to be to the part of the SMS, and SMS can take control of this backup, and you can manage your backups from SMS from your management server of this particular firewall. And these are the SCP, FTP, and TFTP server. So if you want to take your backup on these particular servers, you can put your IP addresses and TFTP server addresses also on uh, these servers. So for FTP, you have to put your username and password and also mention the path. So these many options you get to take the backup. Now, right now, I do not have all these servers configured. So I will take this backup on this appliance and I will continue, click on backup. So as soon as I click on this, it will start to take the backup. So performing local backup, creating compressed backup file. And if you see the location of this backup is this. This is the directory where log, CP backup and backups. Now it is executing the post backup. We are coming with this pop-up that your backup has finished after 32 seconds and backup type is local and your backup file is saved with this name inside this directory. We can also see this backup, this is here. So this is how we take this backup from the CLI, sorry, from the GUI. Now, if I want to take the same kind of backup from the CLI, what are the steps? So I will take you through this. Let me log into the CLI of this particular node. So here I am in this CLI. If you see config log is owned by admin, so I need to write this command log database override. Sorry, log database override. Now I will be able to run any commands on this CLI. So if I want to take the backup from here, I need to save the configuration in the in a particular file. So I can take the, I can put any name. Suppose right now I am doing a testing. So I can take the file name as test backup dot tgz. Sorry, dot tgz. So this is the extension of this file I should use to save my config backup. Now if I press enter, this file will be created. Right now it is taking the backup and saving this to this particular file. Now I have this file and I need to move this file to the directory, which is this one, where log cp backup. So this is the directory where my backup file should be present. So the command for that is we need to log into the expert mode. And the command goes like this. I have noted it down already. So this is the command mv. Mv says moves this particular test backup file to this particular directory. And I can also verify my file is it there or not. So ls is to verify, or you can say the list the file where my file is right now, or is it there or not. So let's see. Yeah, I can see my file is there. Now I need to move this file to the backup directory, and this is the directory. Okay, so I will run this command. Now this should be moved to this particular directory. So how do I verify? I can use a grep command. Okay, so I can list this particular directory, and inside this directory I can use grep.tgz. So all the files which are in this directory will appear. So if you can see, right now there are two files. One is this one, which I took during the GUI. Second one is test backup, which I took using the CLI method. Now, if I want to verify, I can see the same file should appear in the GUI as well. So let me refresh it. Correct. So now you can see this file is there in the test backup.tgz. Okay. So now you can see that this file is much smaller compared to this particular backup which was taken by GUI. So the reason behind is that the config file that we took from the CLI is only the running configuration. That is why it is smaller. While when we took the backup from the GUI, it is the complete backup of all the configuration of all the system settings. So that is why this backup is always larger and should be utilized more often. If we only want to take the running configuration backup, for that case test backup, or you can say the backup from the CLI is enough. Now if I want to go to the second topic, which is the restoring of the restoring of this backup. In order to take the uh, restore the backup, I should assume that I do not, this particular OS or the GUI is new one. So I assume that these are not there. These files are not there. So, you know, in order to take the backup, I should always export my backup to a particular location. Because if I am saving this backup on this appliance, and if my appliance go down, my backup will also go down with the appliance, because this is local to this machine. So, and if I had taken this backup to a remote server like FTP, in that case it is not required. But if I'm taking backup as a local, then I need to export it to my disk. So right now I have exported it. Suppose now I am coming with a brand new GUI and this backup is not there. So it should be like this. Now I want to, restore from this backup. In that case, I need to import the backup to my local system of firewall. Now this is being moved from my machine to the firewall. Once it is inside the firewall, I can restore this and it will go for a restart. Suppose it was not local, but it was there in some of the FTP server or SCP server or at the management. So in that case, I need to keep the backup file name, what backup I want to use, and put the relevant details of those servers, IP addresses, username, and password. So this is how we restore. So my next topic is going to be the snapshot. So snapshot, if you see here in the maintenance also, we have a snapshot management. Now a snapshot is different than backup. A snapshot is like a complete OS image with all the settings and configuration at root level. At the binary level, it has everything. So if I am having any particular hot fix or patch version already installed, so in that case, my snapshot will also take that. So if I want to take the snapshot, if you see, this will take an additional image of 7.104. So it is a complete image. Now, if this snapshot is very useful, if I want to move from one appliance to another appliance, suppose this particular appliance has got faulty. Now I want to move to the new appliance. So I can use this snapshot and restore from this particular snapshot on a new appliance. And snapshot always, when you look deep down in the snapshot file, it contains the MAC address of the appliance. So if I am going to use it on a new appliance, then it will retain the MAC address of that particular ap- appliance. So you don't have to worry about changing the MAC address. But yes, if you want to change any interface or any other configuration, that you can do, that you can add it. Now, a snapshot, just like backup, it should not be local. If you are keeping it local and your system is going down, then your snapshot will also go down, right? So always take your snapshot to any particular repository. Use TFTP server because that is more secure. And another thing about snapshot is that you should not rename the exported snapshot. So if suppose any snapshot is generated and when you are exporting it and you are renaming it, then it will fail. You will not be able to recover it. So you should not make any changes to the snapshot. So this you can activate, deactivate, import. All these options are self-explanatory, and we can take the snapshot and keep the like to like image of our appliance. So this was about the snapshot. Now our next topic is server migration tool. So server migration tool is like a checkpoint upgrade tools packages. You can verify the latest versions of particular app, of particular uh, appliance, or there are multiple packages like smart event or particular application you want to upgrade. For that, you can verify what is there on the checkpoint website that you can download. So this can be achieved from both GUI and CLI. And in order to do that, you should be able to have connection from your checkpoint management server to the internet. Not all internet, obviously some of the checkpoint related URLs that should be bypassed in your network, so that your checkpoint can connect to that particular website and verify or fetch the latest server upgrades. So I will show you how, where is it in the CLI. So in the CLI, if you see, your server migration tool scripts should be in this directory. So I will copy this and show it to you. So it confirms that the directory is present. So if I want to land to this directory and check my migration tool, so I need to go inside this with this cd command and run this command. So you can see no upgrade tool packages installed for this version. To download the package manually, refer to the SK135172 restart verify process using skip upgrade tools check flag. So since I'm not connected to internet, I need to make sure that uh, particular connection is there, and I have not downloaded any and installed any package, so it is not there in this directory, so that I can do any installation or verify those installation. So this is the server migration tool, and that is that for this video. I hope this video was informative. If you have any doubts, put your comments, like this video, and subscribe and share my channel. Thank you so much for your time. Have a good day. Bye bye.